Hi, how are you doing? Can we talk about Frost for a moment? Can we? Like, really? Can we have a conversation about Frost for a moment? So, so Ember and Frost got a little polish job done when the whole, Jade Shadows dropped, right? Is in the patches, right? Thank fuck, finally, the passive for Frost has been changed because the passive was so stupid. And I know I brought this up about the whole post Jade Shadows thing, but I really do want to talk about this for a second, okay? This is not going to be a long video. His passive used to be when a melee enemy tried to basically attempted to, well, actually hit Frost, they had a 10% chance to be frozen. That is the dumbest fuck. It's basically incentivizing being attacked with a frame that didn't have great defensible capabilities, aside from his snow globe, and at that point they were moving really slow, but you still had to get hit by him. It's a stupid passive. Now we have cold status effects from Frost's abilities have their duration increased by 100%. Frost gains 50 armor per enemy afflicted with cold status within 15 fucking meters. Now that, if you want to talk about really fixing a passive, goddamn, in Pablo we fucking trust. Holy fucking shit. Like, it's one of those, we could go back and we can look at Grendel, right? Pablo actually fixed Grendel too good. Okay, because Grendel literally kills enemies too fast in his belly, and it makes him annoying to play. So even though Grendel is really fucking good, Grendel's meant for like some high-ass level content, because enemies have to survive in his belly long enough to do other things. So, but this is really fixing Frost's passive. I mean, god damn, that is a double dip passive from hell. And then his snow globe is, basically you can shoot through the motherfucker. You can shoot through it from both directions now. That in itself is fucking amazing. I love this shit. Now, you can see I still have Nourish on here because I still think Ice Wave is stupid. But I don't actually use Nourish for what you think now. I used to use Nourish solely, like you can see I still have the whole Equilibrium shard on here, which I don't even need because you can see the weapon that I'm running. I actually use Nourish for the double dip damage output, the base damage and then the viral damage, more than I do the energy. Like, aside from the beginning of the mission charging up my energy, I don't use Nourish to charge energy. I can give two shits less because Photon Overcharge exists as the Nightwave mod, and I mean to fucking tell you, the numbers are a fucking lie, okay? It says slain enemies have a 2% chance to drop an energy orb per cold status affecting them. Now, you can take into account, first of all, the Glaxion isn't a massive killer. So if you're doing body shots, you're going to stack up a lot of cold damage on the enemies. Plus, it chains to enemies and freezes them as well. So we're talking a lot of cold status. The number looks really fucking low, but it's actually, you end up with a fuck ton of energy orbs just laying on the ground. So the Equilibrium shard on him is kind of useless at this point with this setup if you're going to run this gun. And Nourish for energy regen is absolutely fucking useless because basically you freeze some enemies, stack up some cold procs on them, have a bunch of energy orbs drop, and then just max out your goddamn your fucking overguard, and then you could just maintain it at that point and keep killing with the Glaxion. And I mean to tell you, this setup here is like a match made in heaven for fucking Frost. I mean, let's just give a quick taste, okay? And like the magnetic damage buff, right? There's the magnetic damage buff as well, which is like, here, enemies had overguard, enemies no longer have overguard. That's just kind of how that fucking works. Just saying, I mean, like, it's hard to get mad at this when they give you a cold-based weapon, and you've got a cold-based frame that just got polished up, right? So see, we do Nourish. This is like the only time you'll actually see me doing energy regen with Nourish, unless I just get spam happy and dumb. Don't worry, see, I'm on the right mission, so I don't even have to stay here very long. Skadoosh, full of energy. We like it. Oh, wait. Okay, which way are they coming?
Has been cut off. They're trying to choke
Behind me, of course
Hold
they
on.
are.
I'm sending auxiliary life support.
There we go with the energy orbs. So let's reload. Here, fucking. Let's just, I mean, here, energy orbs. We like it. So don't go for headshots. Shoot him in the fucking pinky toe. Seriously, aim low. It's okay. I mean, they have no armor, so you're gonna fuck them up anyway. You aim low, you get more stacks, you get a shit ton of energy orbs dropping thanks to photon overcharge. Okay, we're capped out for the moment, so multi-augmented catches up a little bit. See, so now I just want the damage output. Fuck them.
Get ready for a capsule.
You guys, stop that. Okay, everybody just fucking die. Like, seriously. I'm waiting for a dude with overguard. And just think, we haven't even talked about blast damage. Oh, there's a guy with overguard. Hey, look, see? Okay, so he's got overguard. No, he doesn't.
I've delivered a life
Fucking
support
magnetic
capsule
is
to the area.
brutal on overguard, guys.
Activating it will buy you
Holy
more
Christ,
time.
it's good. So you're talking about a frame that can popsicle fucking enemies, use the Tenet Glaxion with photon overcharge, and absolutely just have nothing but energy economy for days. So I mean, is the equilibrium shard good? It really is, which is why I left it on there. Is it necessary? No. Not if you're going to run the Glaxion with this setup. Absolutely not. But this is talking about utilizing magnetic damage for the progenitor on the Glaxion, using the cold damage, which is the base damage on the weapon, so it's just going to want to prime first anyway, regardless. It's not always the case, but that's typically the way most of these weapons tend to want to work, their base damage is a certain element that tends to be what they want to do. Not always the case. And then, so you're talking about magnetic, you're talking about cold, you're talking about the photon overcharge nightwave augment mod, and then the frost rework itself. This is fucking great. Okay? Frost is so much fucking fun right now. Holy Christ. I mean, Jesus. And yeah, you know what? Like, the argument is valid to say that, the higher you go in content, the harder it gets to maintain the overguard because it gets chipped away so quickly. And I don't disagree with that. I really don't. But I mean, you've got so many things going for Frost, and I'm telling you, when Frost got his augment mod, and Archon shards came out, his armor stripping augment mod, and that was brought up to me because I was stupid and forgot about it. There were so many good things going for Frost, and it's just like now you've got a weapon that looks like it was just a match made in heaven for him. Like, basically, if you have a frame that has energy economy problems, go farm a magnetic fucking Tenet Glaxion. Doesn't even have to be max stats. Okay, it could be 25%. Doesn't matter. I mean, obviously higher is better. But and just put a corrosive build on the fucking thing. Okay? Just put a corrosive build on the goddamn thing. And let the fun begin. Okay? Get photon overcharge put on there. So definitely farm the shit out of Nightwave. Get photon overcharge put on there. You've got magnetic for overguard. You've got the cold damage to help photon overcharge stack up and, drop energy orbs. Yeah, do you lose a little bit of critical damage by replacing Vital Sense with it? Sure. But does it fucking matter? Absolutely not. Especially with a frame like Frost. But it just does its job regardless, so it's fine. So, I mean, Frost, magnetic, cold, Glaxion. Crap. Holy hell. It's a good time. So folks, I want to thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?